Okay, so people were like, what is the exit route? Now, first of all, one thing needs to be made clear is that I know my authorities. I have the spirit of destiny. I know law at the back of my hands. I know how to create lawful money. I'm not worried about blood money. I'm not worried about fucking corporations. I'm not worried about the Coast Guard. The law of the sea says that we can go in transit. We can go if we're a commercial vessel and we're hauling goods, then we need research. Go check out the law of the sea for the Northwest Passage, okay? A lot of people were like, oh, you're telling us all this stuff because you're scared. And I'm like, actually, I was just hanging out with reptilians, motherfucker. I'm not scared of shit. I'm not scared of the courts. You know me, my sovereign ass. I'm turning courts upside down. They try to throw me in prison for criminal trespass. I shut their shit the fuck down. They owe me millions of dollars, which they took off running. I go out to oath the officers' bonds. I shut down the cops. I take their pensions. I shut these motherfuckers down. They can't even pull me over, for fuck's sake. They're scared to death of me. Now, why the fuck am I scared? Because I'm waking people up. That is just silly. There's a lot of silly responses, a lot of silly human slave type responses that are clearly fearful. And it is your own presumption that I would be afraid. I'm not scared of these motherfuckers. I'm not scared of judges. I'm not scared of the cops. I'm not scared of these motherfuckers. They've been trying to block my Facebook. You go check out my Facebook. I'm constantly being blocked. And I'm still talking. Is that the work of someone who is afraid? You guys are fucking crazy. All right? So, anybody that wants to go to this place, we're leaving in August. These passages freeze up because after the 80th parallel, everything gets cold. After September, right now, it's about 42 degrees in Greenland. Don't look up the stats, look up the fucking Google weather, and it tells you exactly how warm it is there. It's not cold, it's not freezing anything. But after September, it's gonna freeze over. So if you wanna go up the Northwest Passage, that's the best way. There's a rendezvous point around in this area. I'll disclose, but just keep in touch with me on Facebook. And the best way to go is straight through the Northwest Passage, straight to Hyperborea. It'll take you about a week and a half. There's people coming from Italy that want to go. They're just gonna be like, boom, couple of days, few days tops. It's actually closer this way. This map is a little skewed because I just redrew it real quick, but you get the idea. All right, it's not far at all. I have buddies that say, well, there's gonna be months of weeks of hiking and all this shit. Dude, we're going from one port to another. Give me a break. It's not gonna be that complicated. They just want us to be like, oh my God, and this and the giants and all of this shit. Everybody is just full of fear. Don't you understand that the giants are gonna keep motherfuckers from coming in there? We want that. Okay, now, and then there's people, oh, well, what if you get caught? No, look at the law of the sea for the Northwest Passage. It says anybody can fucking travel. Down here, there's an ice ring that goes around. They got an Antarctic treaty around that motherfucker. You're not supposed to go there. It says that you'll be shot and all this stuff. Everybody's worried about the South Pole, thinking it's the North Pole. It's not. There is no South Pole. There's only an ice ring. People just need to figure out what's going on with this stuff. And they say, oh yeah, but the claps don't come until this date and that date. You're supposed to come out from the monks, the Satanists. If you're not a Satanist and you're not, and your intent is to use that money to get the fuck out, then why not just get the fuck out? It's gonna happen. It's inevitable. The crash is coming inevitably. I didn't say when it's specifically gonna come. I said 5G is rolling out next year. That's obvious. Call the carriers. They tell you. That's a network that you don't want to be a part of. All right, so Northwest Passage. If anybody wants to meet there, hit us up. We're leaving in August. We're not bullshitting. This is for real. It takes planning. Anybody else is just talking about it. Anybody that tells you don't accept any money, they're full of shit because they're using money to fund their whole operation. They're using the money to fund their fucking cell phones and smartphones. They're full of shit. Clearly, you're going to need money to go. Now, if you're saying, hey, how do I create lawful money? Easy. You go into a bank. When you make the deposit, you go under this. See, 41195A, parentheses 2. And you demand lawful money. Simple as that, parentheses, not 12. and you say demand for lawful money, or a non-redeemable Federal Reserve note. You put that on all your checks, all of everything, your paychecks when you deposit it. I'm telling you, it makes a huge difference because that breaks the paper trail saying that you owe to this fictitious fraud. If you don't want that bullshit hanging over your head, then there's the end to your blood money problem. See, if you know law, you understand that you have the authority. You got the spirit of destiny. You have all the authority, all the understandings, laws of the sea, the laws of the fucking court, laws of the goddamn corporations is all you need. So let's get ready to get the fuck out of here. You want to contact me on Facebook. No, I'm not scared of shit. Stay awake.